strong in her, even with having survived childhood polio. She was just a strong woman of character, a strong woman of integrity. We heard those words that were being spoken. This organized woman who raised 6 kids. I've got 10. I know about the organizational issues. And she often said that they were her greatest accomplishment, those 6 kids. She was present for her children and her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. And she was focused. We heard that testimony. When she engaged. Had a great relationship with her great-grandchildren. Too. And anyone else who would eat that. I still do today. I love it. I think I grew up in that same household, you know. Another word spoken of her was awesome. Can you imagine that a child describing a 95-year-old woman as awesome? It's an adjective that is maybe not used enough when we describe our loved ones. She never had a bad word for anyone. And then an add-on, Kelly reminded me that she was patriotic. And we'll see our flag. But she loved our great country, and she really loved the American flag and all that it stands for. And then later on in life, she enjoyed her day trips, going on the drives, seeing this great country, creation. Paul speaks to the Thessalonians who often got together and debated things. One of the things they debated was life and death, and they did not understand that there was something beyond life. And Paul reminds them in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, I do not want you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning those who have fallen asleep. Another word in the scriptures for having died. Lest you sorrow as those who have no. And then, where's our hope? For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who sleep in Jesus. For this we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will by no means precede those who are asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, and the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and thus we shall always be with the Lord. And verse 18, therefore comfort one another with these words. In death there is life eternal. I often use this verse on Resurrection Sunday, Easter, at our Easter sunrise service up at Santa Rosa Memorial Park. Looking out over the valley, actually the valley where Margie's going to be buried this afternoon. Thinking on this truth is that I could be a witness to the resurrection. The dead in Christ will rise first. What a beautiful picture. For the promise is recorded for us in Revelation 21. Now I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and also there was no more sea. Then I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God,